Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to introduce you to the bike I call the Beast. So she started off life as a little Kymco Pulsar 125, and what I'll try and do is overlay some images here of what she looked like before, during and after the build. So completely stripped the bike back, took the engine out down to the frame, rattle canned the frame, custom tank, custom seat, custom exhaust, different lights, different indicators, welded a hoop on the back with the lights in, and yeah, new dials. I think the only thing that's stock is the frame, the tyres and the engine. Everything else has been heavily customised. So I brought this bike back in 2019, just before lockdown, and it took me roughly 2 years to finish the project. Some of it was due to procrastination on my part, and some of it was due to difficulty to get parts, and some of it was due to my mechanical knowledge and the need for a friend to help me out, and not being able to see anybody for the best part of a year. So, but she's a great little bike. Use it mainly for bimbling around the lanes and the odd commute to work when the mood strikes. But just wait for this car to go past and take you for a little ride. Disclaimer: if you're wearing headphones, this may get a little loud. So straight through exhaust on this bike, and she's by far the loudest bike I own, so yeah, gets lots of looks whenever you go anywhere, which isn't always a good thing, but yeah, she's definitely not subtle. I brought this bike because I, like I mentioned in the last video, struggled to part ways with the Driver Street Triple, and I really wanted an Interceptor, but I couldn't afford the Interceptor and the Triple at the same time, so I thought, I know, I'll do something really cheap. I'll buy a little 125, which was the Kymco. It set me back £550, and I'll do it up, and within a few months I'll have a poor man's version of an Interceptor. Well, 2 years later, and it's nothing like an Interceptor, but I love it all the same. So this, I would say, is the most, not pointless bike, but the most luxury bike in my garage. I definitely don't need it. I've now got a bike that can pootle along in Himalayan. It can pretty much do the same job as this bike does. But it's going to be the one bike that I'll never sell. There's so much time and effort into this bike. I logged every hour I worked on it, which is a little bit sad, I know. But I wanted to see how much time and energy I put into it, and it was well over 100 hours all told. And I think I spent about £700 on parts, and then different bits and pieces. We needed to weld the hoop onto the back of the bike, so I had to buy a TIG welder and circular saws and God knows what else, loads of different bits and pieces to get this project up and running off the ground. But I would highly recommend anybody that's considering embarking on a project, I just say go and do it. You learn so much along the way. If you'd have said to me 6 months before I started this project that I'd be able to weld and do different bits and pieces that I've done, I'd have laughed at you. Not the most mechanically minded guy in the world, and don't get me wrong, I had a lot of help and guidance along the way, but the majority of this bike I did myself, and I'm so proud of myself for that. So if you're gonna do a project, if you're contemplating it, don't think you've got the knowledge, find somebody that has to help you. Just do it. One thing I would say is don't have a time frame in mind, because whatever time frame you've got, ignore it. Admittedly, it probably won't extend to 2 years like mine did, but yeah, just take your time with it, be patient, don't rush it, and just enjoy the journey. And I think that's the biggest piece of advice I can give you. Just enjoy the build, because if you're trying to hit a deadline, you're just going to take all the enjoyment out of it. And like I did at some points, I hated this bike just because I wanted it done and things went wrong, and it's all trial and error when you've got a project bike. So just just take your time, enjoy the journey, and learn a little bit along the way. Would I do another one? I'd love to do another one, but I don't have the space for another bike, and that would mean that this would have to go into in order to make way for another project bike, which definitely isn't going to happen. My first big bike back in the day was a Kawasaki ER5, and I'd love to get one of those back and maybe do something to it, but say it's time, space and money that hold me back. But hopefully the audio's better today. I've ditched the new helmet and I've gone back to the old one, and I can't hear as much wind noise, which is really annoying, because I've spent the best part of £250 on a helmet that's largely not going to be used now because I'm vlogging most of the time. So yeah, hopefully this sounds a hell of a lot better. If it doesn't, this video probably won't see the light of day. There's been a lot of those recently, but yeah, hopefully we've finally found a solution. If you'd like to see this bike on the channel a little bit more, you'd like to learn a little bit more about it, let me know down in the comment section below. As always, folks, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next time, goodbye.